My name is Uchenna Ohaeto, and this is the BreazeHome 5.0 Local Scoop user story 2795, nearby amenities section on the Local Scoop page. Our product owner is Masoud Sadjadi, and his email is sajadi@cs.fiu.edu. So first, we're going to go ahead and look at the feature that was implemented in this story. And the feature is essentially the amenities section on our Local Scoop page navbar. Um, So I made several changes to this page actually. So right now there is a nav bar, but it's sort of a dummy nav bar, only there for display. But I replaced the nav bar with a angular material nav bar. So as you can see, each item on the nav bar is responsive. For this story though, since I am working on Local Scoop, I only made changes to the amenities nav bar item. So when you click the amenities nav bar item, um, open it up, and you can see that there is a drop down list along with checkboxes for the different types of amenities: mall, parks, restaurants, theaters, and gyms. This was essentially the objective of the story. Each task was divided such that there is an amenities item on the nav bar. Also, when you click the nav bar, there is a list, and also in the list, each type of amenity is a checkbox, and as you can see, state is saved. So let's say I check 1, 3, sorry, yeah, 1, 3, and 5, and I exit and click back into it. 1, 3, and 5 are still checked. So let's go ahead and take a look at the code to show what I've done. So pretty much um, the main uh, the main changes were done on our local scoop page. As you can see, I'm using the Angular material menu bar, MD menu bar, and MD menu with a button for each. Um, Also, I have the rest of them here. MD menu for the schools, transportation, crime, and hazards, but the malls, parks, restaurants, theaters, and gyms are all here. Next step will be to add events and also code the events in our JavaScript file. Um, Also, to note, more changes were made across the site. Um, First of all, if you look at the bower.json, there are new imports for Angular Aria and Angular Material. In order to use Angular Material, you're required to have Angular Animate and Angular Aria at least to use Angular Material. And in order to properly import Angular Material, I next had to import the style sheets for Angular from the Google APIs. Also, adding them to the bower.json automatically adds the imports here for Angular Material. And additionally, I had to go into the app.js file and add ARIA and material to the imports. So for the next step, for the next user story, I would need to implement the events for the local scoop page. And after that, we'll be implementing the uh, connection to the Yelp API, but essentially I'll just have to add an event to the checkbox so that when it is checked, it throws some event to our JavaScript file, and then we run some command. Preferably it will be an API call to Yelp and then reflection on the map. So there's still quite a bit of work to do to get to where we want to, but now the way I wrote it's very easy for my other team members to be able to just add their menu items and also code in the events for the page.